A man in his late 60s was the keeper of a lighthouse. He had been in this job for more than 30 years. His shift would start at 8 p.m. every day, and he would work throughout the night, tending to the light, cleaning the windows, and making sure everything was shipshape. Every morning he would watch the sunrise from his perch, and then take the day off to do some gardening or fishing. The work was lonely but important. Every evening when the skies would turn a deep indigo and the first stars would begin to glimmer, he would don his oilskins and climb up the winding stairs to the lamp room. Dusting off the old Fresnel lens was a painstaking process that took several hours. Each movement had to be slow and careful. Then came the long nights of tending the flame, readying the logbook, and keeping watch. The rhythmic crash of waves against the rocks was his only company, but his work was important. Lives depended on it. Ships at sea used the lighthouse to plot their positions. Without its guiding light, they could easily run aground on the jagged teeth of the reef that lay just off the coast. The keeper took pride in his work, but no one ever thanked him. One day, a young woman arrived at the lighthouse. She introduced herself as the new assistant and said she was there to help with the dusting. The keeper watched her struggling with the lens cloth, surprised by her clumsiness. "Let me show you," he said, taking the cloth from her. In a few swift movements, he had the lens gleaming like new. "It's all about technique," he explained. "You have to know how to move so the dust doesn't settle." The young woman blushed, embarrassed at her failure. "I'm sorry," she said. "I thought I could help, but I'm afraid I've only made things worse." "Don't be silly," the keeper said, chuckling. "We can always use an extra pair of hands. Just stay close, and I'll teach you what you need to know." And so he did. He taught her how to polish the lenses, how to trim the wick, and how to keep watch. She was a quick learner and soon became indispensable. Together they kept the lighthouse running smoothly. One particularly stormy night, the wind screaming and the waves crashing, the keeper and his assistant were keeping watch. Suddenly, a ship appeared on the horizon. It was being tossed about like a toy boat in a bathtub. The keeper knew that the ship was in grave danger. Without the guiding light, it would surely crash into the rocks. But tonight, the light was dim. The storm had knocked out their power supply. Thinking fast, the keeper grabbed a lantern and climbed to the top of the tower. With the wind snatching at his clothes and rain stinging his face, he lit the emergency lamp. It wasn't much, but it was enough to guide the ship to safety. As the first rays of sunlight touched the horizon, the keeper climbed back down, exhausted but satisfied. He looked out at the sea, wondering if anyone had survived the night. Then he saw it, the ship, limping into port, its sails tattered but intact. Relief washed over him. His work had mattered. Lives had been saved. Later that day, a crowd gathered at the lighthouse. Cheers echoed in the air as people congratulated the keeper and his assistant for saving the ship. For the first time in 30 years, the keeper realized the impact of his work. No longer was he just an old man tending a lonely light. He was a hero. Maybe it's the same for you. You spend your days doing a job that seems thankless and insignificant. But who knows? Maybe one day someone will notice the difference you're making. Maybe they'll see the value of your work. Or maybe they won't. But that shouldn't matter, because you know that what you do matters. You are needed. Your work is important, even if no one else sees it. That's all for today. See you next time.